92, which is 41% of the 2,190 sub-counties nationwide. In the financial year 2025-2026, Uganda shillings 5 billion is allocated for the construction of 30 model police stations and completing 11 in Greater Masaka, along with acquiring 333 motorcycles and communication equipment. However, there is a funding gap of 557 billion. We therefore recommend, Right Honourable Speaker, that Uganda shillings 587 billion be provided for the nationwide rollout of the sub-county policing model. On crime management, Right Honourable Speaker, we recommend 17 billion Uganda shillings be provided for CIID investigations and 2.3 billion to be provided for crime intelligence in the financial year 2025-2026. On the K9 unit, we see that expanding the K9 unit 36 locations of Budaka, Bukoma, Ensimbi, Butambara, Zombo, Ajumani, Madiokolo, Pakwach, Vura, Kabiramaido, Koboko, Ajumani, Terego, Maracha, Moyo, Aivuni, Buyende, Kariro, Namutumba, Ngora, Hima, Namisindwa, Kwania, Agago, Noya, Amuru, Chankwanzi, Apach, Kole, aerodromes and border points of Jinja, Soroti, Arua, Mbarara, Kisoro, Mpondwe, Katuna, and Mirama Hills. Nationwide requires an additional Uganda shillings 2.2 billion 259 2.2509 billion. The unit faced challenges with unreliable transports for sniffer dogs to crime scenes. Reliable transport is needed at the district stations, requiring Uganda shillings 28.44 billion for equipment in 29 regions. We recommend, therefore, that 2.259 billion be provided to expand the K9 unit to 39 locations. 2. Uganda shillings 10 billion be provided for transport of sniffer dogs to district stations in financial year 2025-26, with the balance allocated over the medium term. Right Honourable Speaker, I now move to vote 145, which is Uganda Prison Services. We have reviewed the budget performance for the first half of financial year 24-25. The annex is there to see. We have looked at the overall budget performance, Right Honourable Speaker, and we have looked at territorial. We therefore recommend merging the units into one called operations, excluding the ant-stock unit, which operates distinctly in the financial year 2025-2026. This savings will be reallocated to critical areas under the UPF. This is police. We move to page 30, Right Honourable Speaker. I think there was a printing problem, but on areas payments, development budget, revitalization of prison industries, enhancement of prisons, reduction system and value additional project, on budget estimates, which we also reviewed for the Uganda Prison Services. We also looked at prisoner accommodation, and the committee was informed that the prisoner population rises. The committee was informed that the prisoner population rises 8% annually, reaching 372% occupancy and straining food, sleeping quarters, maintenance, medical care, and staffing. Uganda Prison Services plans to build 50 prison wards in current prisons to decongest existing wards, but has a Uganda shilling 3.786 billion funding shortfall. We therefore recommend 18 billion in the financial year 2025-26 2026 to be provided for constructing one mini-max prison and an additional 3.78 billion in the financial year 2025-2026 to be provided to build 50 wards in existing prisons to decongest prison wards. Right Honourable Speaker, on ICT development, we recommend an additional 5 billion to be provided for phase 2 of the prisons management information system in the year 2025-26, and additional funding of digital communication, virtual courts, and offender monitoring systems to spread over the medium term. On staff accommodation, we note that there are no funds provided for 79 two-bedroom houses costing 7.9 billion, and additionally 3,000 low-cost staff houses need 7.04 billion, and the budget allocates for 800 houses at 2.56 billion, leaving a funding gap of 46.801 billion for staff accommodation. Right Honourable Speaker, we accordingly recommend that 46.801 billion be provided to enhance Uganda Prison Services staff accommodation.